Cybersecurity experts now warning that that Sony hack may just be the beginning. The next targets on the list could even be our electric grid or something far worse, maybe even Wall Street. Joining us now to weigh in on this, to prevent another attack, is Mark Rash. He's a cybersecurity analyst and former federal computer crimes prosecutor. Mark, nice to see you this morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you.
That's immediately what I thought about this was, okay, Sony pictures, all these emails get out, personal information about employees, that's bad enough. But it could be far worse, right? We could be talking about an air traffic control shutdown, an electric grid. Are we close to that actually happening?
Well, we've already had that happen in small cases where people have either flooded an air traffic control or an airport or an electrical grid. By and large, most of the problems that we have with these are computer malfunctions, but anything that's connected to the internet is potentially vulnerable to an attack and can be shut down. And a lot of these what are called SCADA systems, these things that control other things, are connected to the internet and have vulnerabilities.
I want to get your response to what North Korea said overnight, which is that, hey, look, we're not involved in this. In fact, we want the United States to join us in finding out who perpetrated this attack. What do you say to that? Do you believe them?
You know, I'm skeptical that this is North Korea. That doesn't mean it isn't, and it doesn't mean we won't be able to prove it and won't be able to demonstrate it. But I start with a lot of healthy skepticism here because of the nature of the kind of attack that it was. And so I don't want to jump in immediately. I think we do need to do more investigation. I think we have to have better evidence because it just smells wrong to me. But if we are going to take aggressive action against North Korea, whether it's political, whether it's legal, whether it is a cyber attack or something like that, I would want to see better evidence of it.
What do you say about the president's response yesterday? We'll have a proportional response on our own terms. What would a proportional response look like to go after North Korea in this? We were sort of joking earlier on the show that it would bring down some sort of entertainment industry inside of North Korea. But what exactly would we be able to do?
Well, remember that we have two objectives here. One is to actually respond to the people who attacked us. And let's start with the assumption that it's North Korea and that we have good evidence of it. You know, we could do a cyber attack against them, but then it's the United States government against the Korean government rather than a corporation.
Right.
What we really want is we want some kind of a statement by the world community, not just us, that this type of attack is beyond the pale. It's the kind of thing that civilized nations don't do. And so there are things we can do within the United Nations. One thing that I think would be a wonderful thing to do, if we can locate and identify North Korean assets, we can seize those, create a fund for restitution to the victims, the victim being Sony. That's what we did after the Iranian hostage crisis. We seized Iranian assets and made those funds available to the victims of the crisis.
Go after their funds that way. Mark Rash is a cybersecurity analyst. We appreciate you joining us this morning. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.